So we've got less than 1 month left until the June LSAT, and we want to score 170 plus. I'm going to break this down into two parts, whether you're new to the LSAT or you've been at this for a while. Either way, I'm going to recommend that you not focus on logic games when you're taking the June LSAT. The reason is, if you are aiming for the June LSAT, it's probably because you want to knock out the LSAT while games is still on the test, meaning that you're better at logic games than you are at logical reasoning or reading competence. So rather than focusing on what you're already good at, you'll benefit more from focusing on what you're not so good at, what could benefit from more work. The lowest hanging fruit for you will probably be logical reasoning or reading comp. I'm going to recommend logical reasoning because any gains you make in your understanding of logical reasoning will be doubled if you end up taking the LSAT in August or beyond for a retake, or if you end up postponing the exam last minute. Of course, less than a month till June. Let's focus on that. I'm going to recommend that you not take the June LSAT if you are brand new to the LSAT. It takes more than 1 month to master the test. You'll benefit from giving yourself more time. So I'm going to assume that if you're taking the LSAT in June, you've probably been at this for a while. If not, that's okay too. Either way, I'm going to recommend that you follow some version of my LASER approach to LSAT prep. LASER is an acronym standing for Learning, Accuracy, Sections, Exams, and Review, and it is the foundation of all of my day-by-day LSAT study plans that I create for my students at LSAT Unplugged. You can check out the links below the video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. But regardless, the LASER approach, again, learning, accuracy, sections, exams, and review, is the process I would follow no matter when you're taking the LSAT, whether you're taking it in June or August or beyond. When you have less than 1 month, I'm going to assume that you've already figured out the learning, accuracy, and sections phases of the plan, and instead you are ready to focus your time more on exams and review. So every week over the next few weeks, your program is going to look pretty much the same. You take an exam, you review it, you take 2 timed sections, you review those, take another exam, review it, and take a day off. Those are your 7 days of the week. So Monday, you're taking a practice test. Tuesday, you're reviewing it. Wednesday, you're doing 2 timed sections back to back. Thursday, you're reviewing those. Friday, you're doing another full practice test. Saturday, you're reviewing it. Sunday, you're taking the day off. Obviously, days of the week are pretty arbitrary here. That's just an example. Bottom line, you're taking 2 practice tests a week. You're reviewing those. Another day, you're doing 2 timed sections. You're taking a day off because we don't want you to burn out. That's pretty much the plan. I'm assuming, again, you've already built that strong foundation. You've already drilled questions by type. You've already worked a lot on your pacing. And now at this point, it's largely about exams and simulating test day conditions. Of course, if you discover any weak areas, you could drill those on the side. And then, of course, the day before the LSAT itself, you're taking the day off to rest because you don't want to burn out. Ideally, you will have taken at least 10 full-length timed practice tests before the big day itself, so that test day itself feels like just another run-through. Now, if you are considering the August LSAT, as I said, I'm going to recommend giving a bit more attention to logical reasoning because, of course, there's no more logic games on the test after June. And again, any gains you make in your understanding of logical reasoning will be doubled because it's going to be 2/3 of the exam, not just 1/3 of the exam. So you're going to spend more time on the learning phase of the plan where you focus on the most common question types, like in logical reasoning, for example, necessary assumption, inference, and flaw. We don't want you wasting time on the rare question types that hardly ever show up since everything's worth the same amount. In reading comp, we're going to focus first and foremost on getting down what is the main idea. Then phase 2 accuracy, we're drilling questions by type to better understand the proper perspective from which to view each section and each question type. However, when you're going for the June LSAT, which I imagine most of you are, we don't want to waste time on foundation or drilling questions because we don't have enough time for that. We got to work on the pacing and the endurance to properly simulate test day conditions. Foundational work and drilling by type, that's for somebody who's got at least 2 to 3 months before their LSAT, like those taking the August test. For someone taking the June LSAT, we don't have time for that. Again, we're working on simulating test day conditions and, of course, properly reviewing LSAT questions using that Socratic review method framework that we implement and show students how to apply at LSAT Unplugged. We're understanding what's tripping us up, regarding a certain question. Was it the stimulus, the question stem, or the answer choices? Tempting wrong answers, unappealing right answers. We dig into all of that through our live small group coaching programs and one-on-one coaching. If you need anything, reach out, just shoot me an email, click the link below the video to book a call. We'd be glad to help. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.